Hello and welcome to the 20-minute full body strengthen, lengthen essentials. So this workout today, we're going to use our small weights. You can also use soup cans, 1 to 3 pounds is all I ever use. If you have a nice long theraband, that's great for stretching. And that's all you'll need, your body, your focus, and a mat. And so I always like to start my warm-ups with a warm-up. So you take a nice deep breath in, bring yourself into your body. Feet are below the hips, core is engaged towards the spine. Cross the arms in front and small bend of the legs and onto your toes. Reaching up to the ceiling, stretching the fingertips, opening up the ribs. And nice deep breath in and big stretch out to the sides. And then let's take our right arm up. Small bend in the knees and stretch open that side. Trying to keep the hips forward so you stretch out that whole side from your hip to your fingertips. And you come back up to center. And we're going to do the left side. Small bend, deep breath in and open up the side. Again, keeping the hips forward. And we'll come back up to center. One more time, both arms, both knees, and up onto your tiptoes. Getting the blood through your fingertips into your toes. And come on down to open our legs wide and come in for a nice big stretch. Pressing one knee back and opening up the hip, pressing that shoulder forward. And other side. I like to inhale and exhale when I'm going deeper into my stretch. And if you're ready, we're going to come down. Nice big low lunge. Open up the adductors. Make sure our legs are ready for movement. That our muscles are warmed up and stretched. I never like going into big movements with my body cold. And then let's come back to center. Flip the feet forward. Drop the head. And slowly roll up through the dumbbells up to standing. So nice basic warm-up I like to do. I call them the standing X's. Bring your arms out wide. Toes are externally rotated. And a big lunge and rotation twist. And up. And we're just going to do 5 to each side. Really focusing on straightening out the leg, bending the knee over the ankle. And breathing deep. You always want to think about coming up with your core, never using the back to come back up to your standing posture. And 3, and up, and 3. We got 2 more each side to go, just warming up the muscles, moving the body, getting the blood flowing. And last one, and down. And then I like to do another nice opener. For this one, I like to add my weights, but you can do it with no weights or your soup cans. Again, big, wide stance, externally rotated feet. Palms are gonna face the body. And as our knees come out over the ankles, our arms are going to sweep up to the side. Rotate the hands facing the wall behind you. And back up. And we're going to do 10 of these. Always taking nice deep breaths. Trying to make sure that your knees don't roll inside of your ankles. If they are, flip your feet a little bit more forward. Everyone has a different rotation. And 4. Using your shoulders, your back, your core, your adductors, your glutes, and your quads in this exercise. And 4 more to go. And 3. And 2. And last one. And if you want extra, you can hang out down here, drop the weights, open the shoulders, use the core, and raise the heel 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll feel a nice burn in the glutes and the adductors, and come on up. We're going to put our weights down, and we're going to come to the back of our mats. Do a nice little stretch to start this one off. Stay at the back of your mat. Deep breath in, raise up onto the tiptoes, reach the ceiling, and bend the knees, keeping the feet parallel, and roll down through the core. You can bounce here, just releasing the spine, the head and the neck. Then walk your hands out into a downward dog. Take a nice deep breath in, bring the heels up. Big inhale, exhale, come down. Right heel flat, left knee bends. And big inhale up. And rotate to the other side. Exhaling as you stretch. One more time, both heels up. And both heels flat down, pressing through the hands towards the thighs. And then we're going to come out into a plank. Two options, you can hold the plank, or you can come down into a nice push-up. Chest push-up, elbows go out to the side. And then we're going to walk the hands back, flatten the heels, and reach across each leg. Walk back out. If you would like to hold the plank, you can. Or you can go for a tricep push-up. And walk on back. And reach. And reach and repeat. And walk down. Chest push-up. And walk back, using the core to walk back. And tricep push-up. And walk back. And walk back. And let's do one more. Nice wide hands. Keep the core and glutes tight. And reach back. And last one. Triceps against your ribs. Back up and reach back. You can walk the hands back to the feet, bend the knees, drop the head, and slowly roll up to standing. That should have warmed up our body using our arms, chest, back, triceps, and core, of course. And we're going to go back to using our weights. So you can pick up your weights, and we're going to do a backwards lunge to a bicep curl with a knee raise. These are one of my favorites because they're a multitasker. Come to the front of your mat. Make sure you have plenty of room behind you. Raise your hands up to your hips. Chest is open, not with the shoulders rolling forward. And we're going to step back on the right foot. Extend the arms out. And then bring that leg up and bicep curl. And repeat for 2. And up. And 3. And up. And 4. And 5. This is a nice, slow, controlled exercise. And 6. And 7. We're trying not to swing our arms. Trying to stay nice and stable in the core. And 8. And 9. And last one on this side. And up. Lower the arms down. We're going to switch and step back with our left leg. Elbows are up, chest is open, and 1. And come up for 2. And up for 3. Really thinking about the stability coming from your core strength. 4, so your legs are connected in. And 5. And 6. Keep that chest up nice and tall. Keep that head up. 7. And 8. Sometimes your balance and focus can go off. Just bring it back in. 9. And last one for 10. If you feel like you need a little extra, you can bend the knees, bring the elbows up, and work your triceps a little bit more. For 1, 2. Try not to swing the arms. 3, 4, 5, and I like to add a little pulse at the end. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here goes our arms, so we'll put this aside. And we'll take our band. Do a nice little stretch before we head down to the mat for some more abs and legs. Take a nice deep breath in, holding it with enough tension to get a stretch, but not too much that you're going to strain your shoulders. So take a nice deep breath in, bring the arms up, and big exhale. And everyone's got a different range of motion, so just go what feels good. If it feels like you need more, bring your hands in closer. If you need less, make them wider. And please don't forget to breathe. And over. And keep your legs nice and wide. Raise the arms up. And let's head over in a big circle. And round. Round, and one more each side. Controlling through the abs, keeping the legs straight, stretching out the body. One more back. And forward. We can put our band down, and we're going to head down to the mat. So come to the back of your mat. Always like to head down in a mindful way. Deep breath in, up on your toes, bend the knees, roll down through the core. Rest here. I like to do a couple figure eights down here, loosening up my spine and reversing. And then we're going to walk back down, come into a plank. One of my new favorites is holding the plank nice and strong. Try not to let your butt come up. Try not to let your butt come down. See if you can keep it up. And we're going to step out with the right foot, out with the left, in with the right, in with the left, and repeat. Step, step, in and out. So right here, we get to work our low abs and our inner thighs and our arms and our shoulders since we're holding a plank. And we're just going to do 2 more. I like to do between 4 and 10 each side, depending on the day. Now we're going to step left foot out first, and left foot in. Left, right, Just taking little steps, trying to control through the abs, trying to keep the strength in the core. 2 more. And last one. And we can bring our knees down. Stretch out our shoulders. And I like to do a nice little shoulder stretch before heading down. Let's raise our arm up onto our knees and hands and scoop under. Thread it through. Take a nice breath in here and big exhale. Rotate it up. And let's do 2 more. Inhale and big exhale. And last one. And up. And let's switch arms. Come on through. Nice big stretch here. And rotate up. And come on through. And up. And last one. And up. And now we're going to go ahead and bring our feet to the front of the mat. And stretch those legs nice and long. Take a nice deep breath in. Raise the arms up. And let's do a nice forward bend, just stretching out the spine, stretching out the back of the legs, releasing the neck. Let's slide our hands up our legs. Take a nice deep breath in. And big exhale, forward bend. Now we're going to do one of my favorites. We're going to slowly roll down to the mat. So you can bring the arms up, keep the neck and chest open, and slowly roll down. And sink back into the belly. So the stomach's doing the work here, not the spine. And if you need to use your hands, that's fine. If not, try not to. And roll down. And let's take a nice deep breath in down here. Feel nice and long. And then we're going to exhale, roll back up to sitting. Again, closing the ribs, rolling through the abdominals, trying to stay out of the back. We're letting our back open up and our stomach do the work. And one more time, we're going to roll on down. Try to keep the chin and chest open. And we're down here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to flex the right leg up to the ceiling. Trying to keep the left leg down, or you can bend it if you need to. And then we're going to open up to the side, just about 4 or 5 inches. Back to center and long leg down. Right before you hit the mat, we come back up and open and down. And repeat 3 more times. Up, open. I prefer to keep my leg down if I can. If I'm feeling tight, maybe I'll bend it. And open. And last one. Trying not to let there be much space between your back and the mat. And switch legs. Flex that foot up. Gain a nice big stretch in the back of the leg. Open up, center and down, and 4 more. Trying to control the rest of your body, leaving it down. Try not to grip through your shoulders. something our shoulders like to help out because we overuse them. So you're trying to keep the shoulders relaxed. Sometimes I like the palms up. Sometimes I like to rest them on my chest. And I think that's the last one. And down. Now let's work our upper abs. Bend our knees in, interlace our hands behind the head, and scoop up with the shoulder blades off. And we're going to do what I call 180s. So we're going to turn, center, and down. And reverse, and up, and down, and reverse, up, around, and down. So you're really using these upper abs. Try to keep those elbows really wide. Try to keep that chin off the chest, around and down. You should really feel the upper abs and obliques working pretty hard here. Really trying to isolate them. And down, and back around. And we have one more. Let's come up, around, and down. And just switch directions. I'm going to come up. Again, trying to keep my chin from gripping into my chest. Trying to pull through the abs. And nice big long forward bend. And I'm just going to switch directions here. And I'm going to roll back down. Slowly lowering down. Trying to keep it out of my shoulders and chest best I can. And we're going to be down here. We're going to go into one of my favorite low ab exercises. We're going to bring the heels together, toes are wide, knees are wide, back is down, and press out for your frogs. And press out, and you can change the angle here. If you feel like you're arching into your back, bring your legs up higher. If you feel like you can go lower with keeping your back safely on the mat, bring them down. And if you need an extra challenge, interlace the hands behind the head. Slowly come in and out. Let's do 4 more here. And 3. Really pressing that back down into the mat. And 2. And last 1. And if you feel like you need a bigger burn, slide that heel down to your knee and press it up. 1 more time. Really feel that connection between the leg and the core. And other side. And up. And in, and up. You can bring the knees in, and I like to roll them in my hip sockets, loosening up my spine and the hips. And now we're going to do one of my all-time favorites. They're going to be the crosses. So feet are up, hands are behind the head, and slow, alternating sides. And 2, and 2. And it's this slow, otherwise you're using momentum over strength. If you're going to do the work, why not do it correctly? And just put the strength in over momentum. Really taking your time to reach that elbow outside the knee. Let's do 1 more each side. And come on down. Let's roll those knees in the hip socket 1 more time. And if you're up for it, we're going to do a roll back. So arms can go alongside your ears or down on your mat, but we're going to try to keep the arms out of the scenario. Bring the legs up and slowly using your core, we're going to peel the legs back behind us, giving you a huge spine stretch. If you have neck issues, just pass this one and roll up to sitting. And we're going to roll back down, 1 vertebrae at a time. I like to lower 1 leg at a time so I don't go into a big arch in my spine. And arms come up to the ceiling, chin stays off the chest, and let's slowly roll up to sitting. Nice and strong as you can, and big long forward bend. And we're just going to do 1 more big leg circle. It's going to involve your legs, your hips, and your abs. So we're going to line the back of our mat, bring our feet 45 degrees in front, try to zip up the core, and bring the leg up and around. Really trying to, these are great for your knees, your hips, your core. You're really trying to lengthen that foot out, trying to hold your hips stacked so we're not falling backwards. And the best you can, keeping that knee straight. We're gonna strengthen and lengthen all of these muscles surrounding the leg and around. And we're gonna reverse directions, roll up and through. If your circle's only this big, that's 100% fine. It's wherever you're at. Just try to maintain a nice straight long knee and try not to roll backward in the hip. Trying to keep that core engaged, holding you up. And one more. And let's cross it over. Come on up to sitting. We can take a nice little hip stretch here before we switch sides. And come on up. Let's bring our feet towards the front of the mat. Let's lower our head down. Keep that core strong and start on the other side. So a big giant leg circle. Really rolling through the hip here. Big, long. Trying to keep these hips stacked best you can. And 2 more in this direction. Your hand is fine here for your stability. Just try to stay out of your shoulder, keeping that neck free from your shoulder. And a nice long neck. One more, then let's reverse them. And big round reverse. And around. And we have 2 more. Sometimes I cheat and do extras. So I cheat in the right way, not in the wrong direction. And last one. Oh, use that hip, keep that knee straight. And let's fold it over. Come up to sitting, stack our knees, and come for a nice forward bend, stretching out the hips. So we got through every part of the body. We did a time bend, triceps, biceps, chest, shoulders, core, legs, and glute, hips. Added all that in under 20 minutes. And we did some safe stretching and breathing. So I hope your body feels better than it did 20 minutes ago. And I hope to see you again.